Oh yeah, and man, oh man, am I running late today with this podcast. But think about it, people. The reason I'm running late is because I had stuff to do. Yep, when most of you were rolling over, I'm rolling out, getting stuff done. And, fluff warning. I'm going to tell you something. Going to be a lot of fluff in this. In fact, it's all going to be fluff. But it's an update. What the hell do you want? Okay, so you've been warned, switch off now. Or keep listening. Now, one has to allow for the possibility that out of 350 million people, the population of the USA, there might be 1 or 2 or 6 people here that never watched the Andy Griffith Show. Hard as that may be to believe. Well, let's talk about Gomer. Gomer Pyle. He had 2 sayings he made famous. One is, Shazam. And the other is, surprise, surprise. Now, I can't say it like Gomer, but then I'm not going to make him famous like he did. Am I lying? Am I making this up? No, I ain't. Now, how many of you out there like surprises? Because if you do, stick around, people, because I'm just getting started on Monday the 23rd of January, 2023, or so they'd have us believe. So today's podcast is powered by Fat Jesus' new ass weapon computer he gave me 2 years ago. Or is it? Look, I know Steve doesn't like being called Fat Jesus, but hey, I didn't give him that name. Not Betty. You did, and it stuck. And Steve, if you don't wear tranny man Jesus hairstyles, maybe people would quit calling you that. Looks like you have lost weight, though, by the way. Now, no, people, this podcast is powered by my 2011 Toshiba laptop that got a serious cleansing this weekend. Steve, also known as Fat Jesus, was coming over yesterday with a thumb drive to transfer the files on my laptop to the new super ass-kicking computer that he claims has 2 hard drives. How cool is that? So Saturday, always a step ahead of getting stuff done or it piles up, I started looking at files. Big files. Pictures, for example. 1,061 pictures. And not baby pictures. Not family pictures. And not the kind of pictures some of you out there are thinking either. You hear me, TC? Mostly memes for posting on golfalphabravo.com. They take up a lot of space. Then comes the video files. No, TC, not the kind you and Lieutenant Commander McHale would save. Over 1,000 podcast videos, including the ones YouTube banned. I still have the originals, and YouTube couldn't touch them. Next was email. 731 marked not read. Hey, Henry the K up there in Connect land. You suppose my junked up emails had something to do with other communication problems we've been having, sending and receiving emails? Well, I sure do. And that was 731 not read. The read emails were well over 1,000. And then we get to bookmarks. Son of a bitch, a guy can bookmark a lot of shit in 12 years. Bottom feeders. 2011 to 223, that's 12 years. 12 years my little Toshiba has been fired up and getting shit done. I left clicked with my right hand so many times in the last 2 days, I won't be having sex for a while. Carpal tunnel syndrome, you know. Then I did the disk defrag thing, you know, that hadn't been done in over 200 some days, it told me. You know what now, people? I'm now using only 1/5 my available memory. Amazing how cluttered up that thing was. This laptop is purring like a kitten. And that is great news because I intend to repurpose this laptop for business. A future business plan I got. I will set it out on the workbench. Okay, here we go. Next to my new, never been used work gloves, along with my new, never been used work boots. How many times, Otis, my good neighbor, have you told me that? Yep. Well, you're not going to hurt my feelings. You can't even hurt my one feeling. So yes, I'll still be doing the new computer install very soon. The only info now I need transferred is my Steam account, my gaming account. I can't afford to lose Ghost Recon Desert Strike, and I can't tell you why I like that game so much on YouTube, but I could tell you on golfalphabravo.com. Yeah, I think you could read between the lines. It has to do with Africa. Now, the potential bad news, and here's where I'll get the usual shit. Uh-oh, Dave is gonna want some cheese with his wine. Oh, come on, people. Just the facts. I'll simplify this by listing bullet points. Number 1, I don't drink wine. I drink Till Cool Chris Millennium Budweiser, and I know beer is not just for breakfast anymore. 2, with the exceptions of the orange-colored slime that comes on top of a hamburger. Okay, I'm guilty of that. American cheese product, they call it. I'm very selective in my cheese choices. I do only cheddar, sharp to extra sharp I prefer. And don't even come near me with your blue cheese bullshit. You guys even know what that blue-green looking stuff is? It's mold. Penicillium mold. Not for me. Not then. Not now. Not never. And keep your fried testicles clear me too, by the way. I'm not into eating animal tubes. Muscle? You bet. Like steaks. Even grind it up. Make hamburger. But tubes? No way. Not knowingly, anyway. Now, only after deleting all those files yesterday did it hit me. Why make these podcasts? I mean, you gotta start thinking about this. I got the message out, I think. Not only are your homes on fire, but your asses are burning as well. Can you feel the heat? Now, Dane Winnington from JewEngineering.org just put out a podcast on Saturday night. This nice guy, agnostic that he is convinced that when enough people around the globe, yep, he's a globe-tart, just like my mailman, no names, people, his name's safe with me, when enough people wake up on the globe and realize what they're being forced to breathe, along with their children and loved ones, because of stratospheric aerosol injections, filled with heavy metals, plastic and nanofibers, nanobots, luciferase, and graphene oxide, just a short list of the patented witch's brew. People, there are patents out there that list these ingredients. No one's making it up. There will be a worldwide uprising, and the masters of the planet, Team Evil, will be hunted down with pitchforks and torches. He really believes that. Do you? I sure as hell don't. I was outside woodworking yesterday. They were going apeshit spraying us like bugs. Lines crossing the sky all over the place. Did any of you see it? Well, I'll tell you who didn't see it. The bottom feeders at the pit yesterday watching the NFL amusements. Gotta get that pre-game information in. Lots of stats and figures. Can't miss out on. Now, I could have walked over to the bottom feeder pit and told everyone, hey, come outside and see what's being done to your family and friends and loved ones. If, and this is a big if, anyone would have responded, would have been, you know that they have San Francisco favored by 4 points over Dallas? No shit, Sherlock. I ain't making that up. That's what I'd have heard. They don't give a fuck. Secondhand smoke? Well, now, wait a minute. They'll stampede the voting places to put that issue to rest. NBC Nightly News told the cattle, fear cigarettes, especially the deadly secondhand smoke. But like Joe Rogan said, them other things, they're just clouds. Nothing to see here. Move along, people. In fact, Tucker Carlson recently came out with the CIA's involvement in the JFK assassination. They shot America's president. That means Herbert Walker Bush, GW's daddy, and Murray's favorite intel agency were involved also. Deeply involved. The general public's response? Well, isn't that something? But go ahead, Congress. We're not going to demand that you release the sealed records yet. You better hang on to them for our own good. I guess the final kick in the balls excuse me, came the other day when a church-handed believer informed me, it's all in God's hands, you know. He allows it. It's His will. Which to that I say, absolutely correct. Good for you. Absolutely. But then they had to ruin it all about how God and the devil are locking horns in a great battle for the souls of mankind. This is the kind of bullshit Rick Wiles puts out on True News all the time. Are you shitting me? The creator is in mortal combat with one of his many creations, like Dr. Frankenstein and his monster, a fictitious book? No way. No, people, we are where we are because we got it coming. Don't doubt me. Hide. Look in the mirror. You know it's true. But Dave, why would God allow bad things to happen to good people? Huh? Seriously? Whoever told you you were good was lying to you. You must have heard that at a 501c3 tax exempt. Yes, there are sins of commission. You probably aren't guilty of some of those. But there are sins of omission, meaning What, if anything, did any of the good people do to stop any of the evil that started relatively small and grew to what it is today? How do I know that? Because I've seen a lot of changes in 67 years. A lot more innocence in the early 60s than we have in the early 2000s, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. And I'll tell you what, people. I had to clear my... what the hell was that on my tobacco? God damn it. Okay. I've seen a lot of changes in them 67 years. And they aren't good. And they're getting worse. And how bad is it going to get? Jesus told us in Matthew 24, argue with him. Let's wrap this up. And I already know a number of my subs have already switched off this point because we're at the 10-minute 46 mark. Too long, short attention span, don't you know? And how do I know that? Because YouTube Analytics tells me the average watch time of any given podcast. And my podcasts just barely get to 60%. And it's not because they're just too long. 7 days ago we had the church day. It's only 6 minutes and 32 seconds, I believe. That had one of the poorest ratings I've ever had. That means more people did not make it to the end of a 6.5-minute podcast. So what the fuck? But I guess it boils down to priorities. So if you made it this far, you're the core subs, and this much owe you for your loyalty and endurance. You make it to the end of these podcasts. Not whining, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of cigarettes, and they're getting expensive, and coffee to produce a podcast. I have to watch a lot of negative stuff to come up with the subject matter for the daily podcast also. Well, in the last 2 days, I have eliminated a lot of negative stuff on my old laptop. And I told you, got rid of the negative, purring like a kitten now. And I don't know if I even want to go back to it. I mean, why? I've completed my mission. You made it this far, you know we're in deep shit, and it's only going to get worse. Why rub that point? Why rub salt in the bloody cut, I say? By occupying so much of my time with these podcasts, I'm ignoring other issues that desperately need my attention. I'm telling you, I got a 4-alarm fire raging here on level 7 that lately is screaming for my attention. And worse, I'm ignoring the positive information that I did not delete over the last 2 days. I'm still only using 1/5 of my memory. So bottom line, are there going to be further podcasts right now? Probably not. All things considered, why? Could be very possible we are just wasting each other's times. Oh yeah, I heard that told me before too. And that is valuable time I need to get stuff done. Because, you know this, people, I got stuff to do. And it's going to pile up if I don't get to it.